Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. Subject today our topic is distance time graph for 7th class subject science. The objective of today's lecture are the distance time graph, introduction of the graph, examples of the graph and velocity. Now, first of all, I am going to discuss the distance time graph. Basically, this is the definition of distance time graph. The distance traveled by an object over a period of time can be plotted on a graph called a distance time graph. Basically, this is the structure of the any graph in the world, and this is the is called origin, and these factors are independent factors. Here any quantity which is independent we will take on x-axis, and we can also say that the horizontal axis, and this is the vertical axis, and also we can say that y-axis, and dependent factors are taken in on the vertical axis. These are dependent quantities or any dependent factors like velocity, acceleration, etc. Now, if you understand this table, you can make any graph in the world. Basically, this is the x-axis values, and these are the y-axis values on the y-axis. Here, according to your book, this is the time in seconds, and this one is the distance in centimeters. And as I already discussed in this graph, that on x-axis and horizontal axis we will take the independent factors. So the time is independent factor, and time is always taken on the x-axis, and this one is the dependent factor we will take on the y-axis and vertical axis, and this one in this graph the distance is dependent factor. Basically, distance depends upon the time, so we will take the distance on y-axis and time on x-axis. Time is in the second units in standard system international unit second, and distance is in centimeters. So on x-axis, when after 1 second the speed distance traveled by the body is 5 centimeters. So 1 and 5, and just we will take this point, and after 1 more second, on 2 seconds, the distance traveled by the body is 10 centimeters. So this one is the distance, and again at the 1 second more, on the 3rd second, the distance is 15 centimeters. So this point, basically these points we will get by the intersecting of these values in the table. By intersecting these values we will get some points. So on 4th second, again the velocity distance is 15. On 5th second, again the distance is 15 centimeters. So we will get this point, and we will get this point. So the graph will be some steep, and this one is the horizontal line. The writer in this book write on this line segment as a line A, and this line segment like line B. So By removing these all points जो कि मैंने आपके लिए समझाने की खातिर लिखे थे. So this one is the graph of this table. This is known as the distance time graph. This is the one example, first example, and you can try the other example, and you can ask the question on Google Classroom. Now here the velocity. Basically this is my definition. This is not mentioned in the book. Rate of change of displacement is called the velocity. This is the very easiest because this one is the vector quantity. Vector quantity, as I already discussed in the previous lecture, the speed. Speed is basically like the velocity, but difference was here. In the definition of speed, if we replace displacement to the distance, we will get the definition of speed. And unit of both velocity and speed are same, but a little bit difference. This velocity is vector quantity and that speed was scalar quantity. Now this is the definition which is mentioned in the book. When the speed and this direction of the movement are given together, this is called velocity. Basically in this, the speed and direction. If the speed of any object is not having different directions, then it will be considered as the velocity. So System International unit of the velocity is very similar to System International unit of speed, which is meter per second, and you can write down meter second inverse. And other unit is kilometer per hour, and you can also write down kilometer hour inverse. And velocity is a vector quantity. As I already discussed again and again, the speed is scalar, but velocity is vector. This is another MCQ. Okay.
Distance time graph. The distance traveled by an object over a period of time can be plotted on a graph called a distance time graph. Basically, this is the definition of distance time graph. The distance covered by the object is recorded on the vertical axis, and the time taken for the object to cover the distance is recorded on the horizontal axis. There are two things: vertical axis and horizontal axis. Vertical axis this one and horizontal axis this one. Both are perpendicular to each other. When a distance time graph is complete, it can be used to study the speed of an object over different time periods of its journey. In this figure, we can say that two line segment, A line segment and two B line segment, which shows the whole history of the movement of the body. The figure 13.4 shows the distance time graph for an object which moved at a steady speed line A, then stopped and remained stationary line B. If the object had been traveling at a greater speed, line A would be steeper if object had been traveling at a lesser speed. The line A would be lesser steep. If the speed of an object is increased, the line steep and steep and steep. But if the speed is lesser, then the line will be lesser steep, like this, like this, like this. If we increase the speed, this line will shift toward the vertical axis, and if we move with lesser speed, this line will move or shifted towards the horizontal axis. On the page number 159. On the next page, the speed of an object, that is how far the object moves in a certain time, can be calculated from the distance time graph. For example, during the time it was moving, the object in figure 13.4 moved at 5 centimeter per second. This is the 13.4 figure in which that particle, you can watch here, in 1 second the distance 5 centimeter traveled by the body, and again in 1 second the distance again traveled by the body is 5 second, and in third second the distance again traveled by the body is 5 centimeters. So the speed of that object here in this line segment A is 5 centimeter per second. Okay, now the figure 13.5, this figure shows the distance time graph for two trucks. Here truck A and truck B, A and B, on an expedition across the Mongolian desert. The question number 1, how far did truck A move in the first hour of its journey? In 1 hour, this is the time on horizontal axis. In 1 second, in 1 hour, the truck A traveled 50 kilometers. This is the answer. 50 kilometer distance traveled by the truck A in 1 hour. So the next question, what was its speed during this time? So the speed of truck A will be 50 kilometer per hour. That is the speed of truck A. Okay, basically simply we can find the speed of any object by using the graph of distance time graph, the vertical axis divided by horizontal axis, to find the speed of that particle. Now, how did the speed of truck A change in second hour of its journey? Truck A, and we can watch in this graph second hour, this one is 1 hour, and the distance from 50 to 75, 25 is the difference between 50 to 75. So the distance in second hour traveled by the truck is 25 kilometers. Okay, now the C part, was truck B moving faster or slower than truck A in the first hour of its journey? As we can say that which line is more steeper. so the answer would be line A. Line A is more steeper than line B, so truck A was moving faster than truck B. What do you think might have happened to truck A in the third hour of the journey? Answer will be 0 because truck A in this graph with no vertical movement. So horizontal movement means the times parallel to the horizontal axis. So the speed movement of the truck is 0. So no distance traveled by the truck A in third hour. Velocity, when something moves, it goes in a particular direction. An aeroplane, for example, may move at 900 km per hour in a direction due north. When the speed and direction of movement are given together, this is called velocity. Okay, when the direction of movement and speed both are taken together, okay, this will be considered as the velocity of an object. Basically, in other words, we can say that the speed of any object will be equal to the velocity of the object if no direction will be changed.